lovely to see you again, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Lovely to see you.
Now, we heard there from His Royal Highness talking about the tremendous work that you're doing, and again, all the great focus that you have. But as we look towards the low-carbon future, and I suppose targeted investment that you need in critical minerals and metals, this is absolutely essential. How is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I suppose, strategically going to capitalize on the global shift at the moment, and again, to make sure they deliver the supply?
His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz mentioned a lot about the efforts that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is doing from, the regulatory standpoint. And he mentioned the trio, and as part of the trio is PIF and its subsidiaries like Ma'aden. The demand in minerals and metals will increase globally about 6 times by the year 2040 until we get to the net zero targets globally by the year 2050. And we saw this opportunity, and we say to capitalize locally through leveraging resources, as His Excellency Bandar Khayef mentioned now that after the survey of only one third of the Arabian Shield, and Saudi Arabia is bigger than the Arabian Shield, we doubled almost 95% increase to the 1.3 trillion. Now we're moving up to 2.5 trillion of mineral resources.
And that's so encouraging. I mean, it's wonderful news.
It is, and this is just the beginning. I think the next maybe 40,000 square meter or 400,000 square meter will hopefully find us more mineral resources that we can deal with. So what Ma'aden is doing in its exploration program for different types of minerals, gold, and also, and that's what we were known for, but we also expanded our new minerals to zinc, rare earth, and also lithium. And we have now the largest exploration program in the world, which is something that we're really very excited about. So we're doing whatever that we can do in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but we don't have all kinds of minerals that we need for our future initiatives and to bring in, the supply chain security. That's why we created in Ma'aden as a joint venture with PIF, a 50-50% joint venture in Manara Minerals. And what Manara Minerals does is to go for the minerals and the minerals that we don't have access to in Saudi Arabia internationally. And we already invested in Valley Base Metal, which is a great company, and Valley Base Metal will be investing in the next, in this decade, a range between $25 to $30 billion in different jurisdictions and countries around the world. So we think what's going on right now with the net zero transition and targets, it's a big opportunity for us to capitalize on whatever that we have domestically and also capitalize on what we have internationally.
And again, I think that huge opportunity, as you say, in bringing the right partners. If you don't have it here, you're going to make sure that you have access, because it is, you have to have that holistic approach. And of course, all of this is looking to the future.
Actually, even the right partners, we're not saying that people should partner up with us, but we can partner up with them and vice versa. So whatever that we work in Saudi Arabia, we will really welcome any partners to come and join us in these efforts. Sorry.
Again, I mean, I think, you're looking towards the future really with all of this. So, not having a huge, long legacy from so many years, you're looking at AI, you're looking at automation, I mean, data analytics. This is something I know that you're very focused on, and the importance of this in terms of delivering that supply. What difference will it make?
I mean, we look at mining, not only mining for minerals and mineral resources, but also data mining. We have huge amounts of data right now. I mean, especially with the oil and gas, Aramco, and the oil and gas efforts that we have in the kingdom, we have a huge amount of data that can be utilized to help us in the exploration efforts in Ma'aden and all the minerals. In fact, we started already to see how we can, cooperate between the two entities and see how we can get this information by using AI and using the right algorithms to help us identify the initial service and actually do the actual exploration. Also, we recently invested Ma'aden in
Ivanhoe.
Ivanhoe company, which has an amazing system called Typhoon that could help us in the exploration process to go deeper and faster on finding the minerals that we're aspiring to find. So that's another thing that we're working on. Also, I think the inclusion of AI in education is now critical to bridge the talent shortage, especially in the mining sector. If you ask, I think there was some survey, and 71% of the leaders of mining companies did have the challenge of the shortage in talent. So now between Ma'aden, the Ministry of Industries and Mineral Resources, and King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals, we started a new program for the first bachelor degree in mining science and engineering at the KFUM. And it's going to have as part of its curriculum the AI and the uses of AI in the mineral science and engineering.
And again, I guess positioning mining as that industry of the future for the country. But when we look at the mining sector and the investments in mining, I suppose, and other associated industries, talk to me a little bit about how does that contribute to the wider scope for the PIF?
PIF, we issued our latest document, which is the Vision Realization Program, back in, I think, January 2021. And we said we are interested in 13 different sectors. Mining is one of them. That's why we are the major shareholder of Ma'aden, and that's why we're doing we started the Manara Mineral Company for our international initiatives. In addition to that, we started with the Global Partnership for Infrastructure and Investments with different nations around the world to see and explore the different opportunities in mining. The problem that I see right now in mining is as follows. You have less funds in exploration. That's why Ma'aden started its largest program in the world in exploration. You have less friendly laws and regulations that can invite investors to the country. You have inefficient ecosystem, and what I mean by that, when you do mining, it's not only the exploration and the actual mine and mine operations, but it's the transport, it's the electricity, it's many things that you need to have as a prerequisite for the efficient delivery of these mines. So for us at the PIF, we think that mining is really a big opportunity for all the investment community, especially if you want to take the examples that I gave earlier on. The EV, the electrical vehicle, requires 6 times more minerals inputs than the internal combustion engine or the conventional cars. The wind turbines requires 9 times minerals input than the gas-fired plants. So the demand is increasing, and it's increasing really big. I mean, we had seen some estimates that it's going to be by number of folds between 4 to 6. But I think if we want to move towards the net zero carbon emission, the demand in there will be even bigger. But it's like a vicious cycle, right? So with more mining, you will have more emission. And that's what His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz alluded to earlier on today, because you need to get the right energy for the mining. You cannot just go and start mining with, you know, the use of conventional energy, especially if it's coal or especially if it's fossil fuel that is not processed the right way, which is emitting more fuel. I'll just give maybe a simple example in my capacity as the chairman of Aramco, and it's something that we're really proud of. The emission that we're doing in both scope 1 and 2 for an oil barrel is one of the lowest, if not the lowest in the industry at the large scale. We're emitting about 10.3 or 0.5 kilograms of carbon dioxide versus the industry average, which is in the high teens, close to 20 kilograms of CO2. And some companies, they're emitting even a barrel of oil as high as 40 plus kilograms. So we don't want to go to the 40 plus kilograms or the 20 plus kilograms of CO2. Let's go to something which is lower. We want the oil and gas companies to adapt what we were doing in Aramco. And that's why we started our first initiative in Ma'aden to get the energy and the power that we need through renewable energy. We're now talking with companies like Aqua Power to see how we can align our efforts towards the net zero energy.
And again, I think it all comes down to, you know, that accountability, responsibility, and the great commitment I know that you have, particularly on the sustainability side. We heard you talking at COP a while ago, you know, really looking at what are you doing and taking that leadership position here. So well done to you all and congratulations. And I wish you the very best. We have to wrap this up, but once again, it's wonderful to hear from you. I know there are challenges out there, but you have the right people in place and the right focus. So we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Governor from the Public Investment Fund, His Excellency Yasir Al-RUMAYYAN. Thank you so much.